Good evening, everybody. It's Tom with 20th Century Rescue, and I am doing a preview for the weekend. I was at an auction yesterday and picked up some smalls, but I have some other stuff. So we've got some American Brilliant. We've got a, piece of automotive equipment from the early 20th century. Um, but let me just start with what we've got going on that will be listed this weekend. Um, First of all, let's call this a trainer piece. This is a, um, oh shoot, I forgot to remind myself who made this. Um, Shoot, Poopenheimer. Who made this? Oh shoot. It'll be in the description. This is like what I call a beginner piece because it's not perfect. It has a chip, little chips, but this is a beautiful ice cream bowl that hand cut, and I am sorry I cannot remember who made it. I've got it written down somewhere. I actually found by watching. Oh, God, I can't remember anybody's name today. Um, what's his name? He does shows from the American Brilliant shows. He does YouTube videos, and I can't remember what his name is. Um, it's an odd name, but anyway, he was showing some glass, and he had a piece in this pattern. Um, it will be in the description if you're interested. Go to 20th Century Rescue this weekend. Hopefully, it will be up by Saturday morning. This is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches in diameter. I believe it's an ice cream dish. And probably in about 10 minutes, I will come up with, while I'm talking about something else, the maker of this. Um, yeah, so how's that for informative? Sorry. So this is beginner because it will be probably about $15. So for somebody who's interested right now in um, cheap, beautiful, not perfect, um, this is the piece. No cracks, just chips on this incredibly chip-prone edge are here. So, yeah, let's move on. People are getting bored. I'll do the other American Brilliant piece, which is about a hefty 4.6 pounds. This is a compote. It is, yikes, 14 inches tall, I think, and beautiful cut, beautiful edge. I'm still, after casually collecting for a few years, I haven't been collecting for very long, I am still really bad at the terminology. But obviously, you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8 petaled flower, and cut center. The stem is notched. And the base, oops, don't drop it, Tom, also carries on the motif that's on the body of the bowl. Um, no cracks, I'm saying now. It doesn't have any cracks. No chips that I can see. I will double check. Beautiful, beautiful piece. There are. Was this the one that a group of mine said maybe sterling? Um, Perhaps. It's not attributed definitively to anyone, but this is a beautiful piece and it will be put up for sale this weekend. Now, I don't want to drop this, so hold on a second. I got my laptop on my lap. Um, let's go for this piece. I was going to research this, I just haven't done it. This is an ignition coil for an automobile. Yes, that's made of wood. It has a label on it, and it reads, I think it's the National Coil Company out of, can't read it, but again, I got it written down. So the only thing that I wanted to research on this was this. I cannot find an example where there is an on-off switch. Um, it works, and I don't know if in fact this is an addition to this or if this came this way. So I am very naive where it comes to mechanical equipment, but I thought this was too good to pass up. Made of wood, nicely joined. Not that anybody cares about that, but yeah, it's an extra indicator of the time it might have taken to make these things way back when. And the brass, or is it steel? I can't tell in this light whether it's brass or not. I haven't and will not attempt to polish anything on this thing. But I do need to do some research, so it may or may not be listed this weekend. Hopefully it will be. Either people will say, yeah, it's been retrofitted for some other reason, or it came this way. I don't know. So, yeah, early 1900s. Now for the smalls. Let's start with the two gold-plated pencils. Neither of these are marked. When I got this last night, it was full of black marks all over it. I thought, well, if I polish it, I'll find out that the gold tone is going to come right off. Well, there was no gold tone that came off. It cleaned up beautifully, and this is a really comfortable writing instrument. I feel like I'm not going to make a mistake in writing, because if you're like me, we've been typing for 30 years and we rarely write anything, along with age. But I just don't like feeling like I'm 90 when I look at my writing, and this makes writing a joy. It really does. Now, it twists, and very thin. I'm not sure how you take it out. It resists being pulled out. So since I don't have the maker, I mean, I'll just, if you're interested and you want a pencil that's great, you'll have to look up how to operate it. This one I like. This may be, this is sort of the clip that used to, you used to be able to clip your pen or pencil on your on your shirt pocket. That is gone. It's a claw thing. So you push the top that looks like an eraser, and the claw opens, and you can extricate or input the lead or the pencil, whatever it's made of these days. And so it's like one of those one of those toy games you see the kids want to grab the bunny. So anyway, again, this is not as comfortable. It's shorter than the other one. I have small hands, so this is perfect size, but this one's another 3/4 of an inch longer and much more comfortable for me to write with. But both of them are very cool. I believe they both cleaned up with silver polish, um, and both are unmarked, and neither of them have any markings of gold. But since they did clean up with polish, I am going to take a good bet that they're both um, gold plated. Um, you know, that is what it is. Um, for the guys out here, I haven't cleaned this yet. This is a pocket knife by Lion Cutlery Company. Wooden handle, which has some damage here as well as here. I don't know if anybody can repair that, whether or not it's veneer and it came off, or what. It looks like it needs just to be sanded and repolished, revarnished. So yeah, it's got two knives to it. I'll clean this up with some steel wool and clean out the trough here, which is dirty, and it needs some oiling, that's definitely for sure. But a nice knife, even though not in perfect condition, it's certainly worth taking and using as you will. Now, does this thing close all the way, or is it that dirty in there that I can't get it closed? Yeah, I don't seem to be able to get it closed, which is a bit of a dangerous thing. Let me try this the other way. Alright. Close this. Yeah, so this needs to be recalibrated so it will entirely go into the trough for safety purposes. And there you have that. So, some jewelry. Where did the piece go that I really wanted to show? Yikes. What did I do with it? I can't believe I've lost it. Oh, for God's sake. What did I do with it? I'll be right back. Nope, it's right here. Too much in front of me. All right. So here's a piece of jewelry. It is marked 925, which is just the standard line and upwards that qualifies it as sterling. So 925 is not the highest amount content of silver. It is the minimum content of silver in order to call it sterling, is my understanding. Now, it's hallmarked. This is amber. You can see it's got remnants of prehistoric stuff in it. Whether that's insect parts or wood or what have you. Look at the clasp. The clasp is unusual. So here's the clasp end. Pull it out and it opens like that. The mark 925 is up here. I believe there's a W above the 925 and a figurehead facing when you're looking at this facing right, and the mark P/M. So somebody helped me research this, and it does indeed seem to have been made in Poland. I believe there's a W above the 925, which would denote Warsaw, and I can't quite make out whether or not the figurehead, which they changed in 1986, is the one that was made up to 1986 or the one that they started making in 1986. So what I'm going to say is that this is circa 1986, because the figurehead is not clear enough, but it looks more like the one that is 1986 and earlier. Based on the striations of the head, there are three in the 86 and post 86 figurehead picture that I found. There are no striations on the head, but it could be just a bad stamp. So not lying, I just can't see it, and there you go. This is beautiful, and it will be put up for sale this weekend. A pretty ring. This looks like pink tourmaline, and this is 18 karat gold plate, and the tourmaline looks good to the naked eye, but it's not. It's got chips, at least 3. So this is really a good ring to have for a preteen, or even a post-teen if you don't care, because to the naked eye you don't see it, but it does need to be cleaned. I've washed it. I've tried to clean it, but I do need to get a jewelry cleaner. I will not get a jewelry cleaner by the time this gets listed, but by the naked eye you cannot tell that there are chips. It does have some occlusions in it, so I believe it is real tourmaline. And it's about, my finger, male finger, is size 7, and on my right hand wedding finger, it's loose. Comes on easily, comes off easily. So I don't know what a woman's equivalent size would be. And that's another thing I have to get, which is a ring sizer. So it is just about a little over 3/4 of an inch in diameter. But there you go. Here is another amber piece. I'm not sure if this is real amber or not. It may very well be. It's very pretty. It's a stick pin. It is not marked in any way. The stones are blue, I believe, under a loop. There's one stone missing right here, right there. Much prettier in person than it's showing up on the video. It is gold. It too mostly cleaned up with silver polish. And in case you didn't know, silver polish does clean up tarnished gold. But it's not marked, so it may very well be gold plate. But very pretty stick pin, either for a hat. Well, it's actually not long enough for a hat, so I would consider it a lapel pin. In addition, this missing stone down here, I might have a replacement. I'll look, because I have a bunch of jewelry where somebody did put extraneous crystals into a vial just for keeping. So I'm assuming, because there's no holes in the back to help make the stone shine, that these are crystals, and therefore maybe maybe this was made in Poland as well, and they are known for their crystals. It's not showing up well. That didn't help any, but it is very pretty. So, on to the next one. Cufflinks. Again, not marked. Didn't really need any cleaning. I did clean them anyway, but pure classic onyx, and it's cold to the touch. So I believe these to be real onyx, perhaps gold plated, perhaps electroplated. Well, that would be electroplating, Tom. These are cufflinks that are classic. They're really in great shape and perfect for tucks for any simple classic event, and they are not marked. Okay, I have just a couple things left. It's a money clip. I'm assuming that this coin, which is from Monaco and is a Prince Rainier's father, I believe, Louis II, Prince de Monaco. I'm assuming this coin was put on top of an existing $ money clip. Nice idea. No marks on either the clip. Well, of course there are marks on the coin, but it's not gold, I don't think. I should look that up, actually, shouldn't I? But anyway, it's a fun piece. If you like gambling, Monaco. If you've been to Monaco, the whole town, the whole city, the whole country is two things: boating and gambling, and racing. So yeah, this is just a fun piece to have, a great gift for anybody who is into gambling safely. We don't want to encourage any gambling anonymous people with this. But anyway, there you have that. And the last piece, I believe it's the last piece I have, is a, oh shoot, there is another tie bar, but whatever. It's a tie bar with the initial L. How, what, why, how? That way? No, it's just showing up upside down. The onyx is not in perfect shape. It has a little bit of a chip here, which, you know, unless you're looking at it right here, which no one is likely to do to your tie, unless you get really lucky, of course. A nice vintage piece with the initial L on it. The other piece, the other tie clasp, has a very like back and is a round, I believe, plastic glowing blue spot. Bear with me, it's right over here. I'll get it for you if I can put my hands right on it. Well, here we go. Oh, it's actually showing up purple now in this light. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it doesn't show up very well, does it? Here's the back. And it is a very much in direct light, shows up more as a blue, but in this light it's purple, purpley blue, changing colors. Very cool. It was very dull and scratched. That's why I think it's plastic, and was able to polish it up a little bit, and it's much better than it was. So no fake things on it. It was polished up with, believe it or not, a little light touch of baking soda paste, and then furniture polish. So I'm amazed that the furniture polish has stayed on it. I mean, I did this morning around 6 o'clock in the morning, and so the furniture polish has kept the shine to it. Um, yeah, so I'm surprised. Full disclosure, I used furniture polish. Who knew? So, these are all rather nominally priced and just vintage. And I was really, of course, the reason these all came in a box. Oh, shoot, I'm forgetting something. One more thing. Where is it? This is cool. This is a 19th century, I believe, a 19th century powder flask, gunpowder flask, with, you can't tell very easily, but it's the, is this too showing up upside down? An eagle, and there are stars up here. I counted the stars several times and I keep coming up with 14. I don't know why they would have put 14 stars on here. I suspect this was perhaps a centennial, made for the centennial, 1876. It is copper up here. It does have a split here, which needs to be tightened. The clasp works. There are no markings, and a similar one on eBay is going, I think, for $139, and they specialize in military stuff. Hasn't sold, and it's in worse condition than this by far, but both sides of this need to be fastened. Yeah, this is just a really cool piece for anybody who collects military, centennial, commemorative stuff. Yeah, there you go. And just like America, a little powder keg for you. So, everybody, you have a great rest of your week. I will see you probably again on the weekend, but this is a preview for this weekend. These things are guaranteed to be posted on Etsy. I don't think anything here will be, well, there might be some cross-posting with the big American Brilliant piece on eBay. I think that's probably it. And also the ignition coil might be cross-posted on eBay as well. If you have any questions, comments, please like, please follow, please share, and you have a great week, and visit 20th Century Rescue. Bye-bye.